Ahoj a veselé Velikonoce. Hi, my name is Kristina. I'm Czech by origin. I've been living here my whole life. And I would like to wish you a happy Easter. Well, maybe this is your first time here in the Czech Republic and you get to experience all the festivities in such a way, like not really celebrating much. And so I thought that I would like to welcome you at my new short-lived channel, which I'm starting for you foreign students stuck in here, but eager to discover something more about Czech food. I decided to call it Czech Authentic Student Cuisine because I don't have much equipment, as you can see, and I think that foreign students will be just in the same situation, not having really like many fancy stuff, just some basic pan or pot and butter or maybe oil, but really nothing complicated. So what I can cook and what I assume you can to cook is very, very limited. And probably you also don't know the ingredients, what's typical for this country and so on, but I thought it might be nice to get to know Czech food a bit better, since you can't really go out and ask, hey, what should I get? Or you don't know what to order, or like they won't give you the most basic foods, but I would like to provide that experience for you. And so I've decided that it would be nice to give you a taste of Czech food, but of Czech culture as well, or Czech traditions, because right now it's Easter, and that's one of the really important, like not as much as Christmas, but one of the quite important festivities here. And I will, of course, show you something regarding the food, but it won't be much and it won't be much cooking. But in next episodes, I'll explore strictly the food. There's a couple of recipes you can try at home, so stay tuned. So, of course, when you think about Easter, you think eggs. That's really an essential thing here. Normally, you would just maybe some abroad you would look for them or something, but they're like really important if you want to come out of Eastern in the Czech Republic alive as a female. You really want to do that. So what I've done, I've prepared a couple of eggs, and having been doing that the whole day today. So basically you take boiling water and you don't want to break it. There are many things that you want to do before we should really start with this, because I will tell you something about the traditions and so on, but we need to get those cooked, and it takes about 10 minutes to cook them. So basically you just very carefully put it into salted water, and then just you will leave it there. It should be boiling for about 10 minutes, but this one is actually already prepared. So let's just pretend that it's getting boiled for another 10 minutes, and meanwhile I will tell you something about Eastern in Czech Republic. Yeah, you might have gone out and been to markets, but there are no markets given the quarantine. So really the experience of all those festivities is very, very limited for most of us. You can't even visit families, which is also essential, because a very important part of this is caroling. Right now I would like to introduce, I've forgotten to tell you about. This is my beautiful assistant, um, Zlatoblaska, Goldilocks. That's I've just forgotten how it's called. You can eat it. Yeah, but it lives with me, and I haven't killed it so far. I'm very proud of myself. Usually they don't last too long. But what I wanted to show you is this is mazanet. Um, we call it a bun. And how we usually do that, as you can see, we don't have an oven here, but usually you take a granny and granny bakes this for you. So that's how it's done. For the record, I am in at the dorms right now, and the only reason I'm not wearing a mask, don't be concerned, is because I have the entire floor for myself. Nobody else has been here for like a month, so that's the only reason I'm not really worried about getting anything from anybody. So that's why I'm not wearing a mask. Otherwise, I naturally would have spent less time in the kitchen. So this is a bun. When there's a white Saturday, that was like 3 days ago, you go to church and you get it blessed in there by the priest, and then you just eat it, and I guess you're blessed or something like that. I've just read that that's something that is done, and it's really nice. It's the same dough that you get for Christmas, and ideally you have it for breakfast or something, and you have some fresh butter on that, and then it gives you a really nice variety, because you don't then need to just eat bread all year long. That's a Czech thing. Like my dad eats bread twice a day, and basically there are no exceptions. Yeah. So basically 700 times a year he eats bread. Yeah. So you just get it with. Since I'm right now in Olomouc and my family is in Prague, I could use my granny, so I just used the delicious bakery in here. It's pretty nice. Yeah. And so what did I tell you about the traditions? Oh yeah. So today is the Monday. It's called Velikonoční pondělí. Velikonoce actually means like big night. And thing that happens today is that, like, as a female, we're basically more of a Eastern nation. So in here, if somebody cooks, it's probably the mother. It's probably the woman. So of course we have this thing that in autumn or before Christmas and before Easter, we usually the mother comes and freaks out and needs to have everything cleaned. That's what a typical female does in here, I would say. And just everybody from the family is terribly annoyed, and they are asked to help with everything. And so, like, yeah, in some places you just once a year and so on. So, but it's quite, yeah, it can be quite challenging for the entire family, because everything needs to be really clean, because you should at least do these big cleanups twice a year. So during Czech Easter, we have really divided gender roles. You as a female take care of preparing the food that will be then served, and it must be eggs and some other things that I will show you in a while. But the male has another role because on Monday he needs to basically whip the women he meets. Yeah, sounds fun, right? Yeah, some people are sort of like don't like it. And what I wanted to show you that they make a whip out of how is it called? Like a willow twig. That's basically yeah, this really flexible twig from how's it called? Yeah, from a tree that lives by water. It grows near the water, and you basically make a whip. And I'm doing this for the hygiene, but also to demonstrate you that every guy can manage that. It's just they just braid the whip. You just go three. You have three, or you can have more. You know, three of those, and you go left, right, left, right, and you put the left in the middle, right in the middle, and so on. And that's how you make a whip. And then you decorate it with colorful ribbons. I will show you in a little while depiction of that. I'll just finish that. You know, we're dealing with food here, so we don't want to have hair everywhere. So they just braid it, and it can be like really small one, or we actually have like 2 meter long one at home. It doesn't like hurt much, and well, the tradition is this. Just give me a second. I'll show you. First, the guys prepare this, braid their wigs, and then here we go. This is the decoration for the eggs, and you can see on the last one that they are sitting and just preparing. Yeah, it continues here. They are preparing by the river. Yeah, you can see the tree here next to the ducks, and they are they are braiding their whips. So, what do they need them for? I've already actually told you. This is how the final product that looks like. It's braiding, and here are the colorful ribbons. Then you simply go Velikonoční pondělí on Monday. You go and you go from house to house, and you're basically caroling. You saying hody hody do provody, dejte vejce malovaný, nedáte vy malovaný, dejte aspoň bílý, slepička vám snese jiný. Well, that means basically we're caroling, give us colored eggs, and if you don't give us colored eggs, at least give us white eggs. Chicken will bring you the new ones. And while doing that, you actually like taking the whip and whipping the butt of the females of the household you're just visiting. That wig is called pomláska. It's supposed to mean like pomladit, to make younger. So that's like really something we take really seriously, that yeah, you should get whipped by some male so that you would remain youthful. Given the social distancing and whatever, I guess I will have to like spend a lot of money on cosmetics products this year because I'm obviously gonna age a lot. I've got nobody to with me. That's a sad reality of life. Yeah, that's it's really something negative. Well, and so it really depends. They do this. They must do this before noon, and it isn't like that. It like somebody may do it properly. Somebody's just like a little bit. As I know it, it usually doesn't hurt. Once we usually go to our cottage, and there actually the tradition was that it was always the small kids from the entire like neighborhood. It was like I don't know 20 families or 10 families. There were kids, and as kids, we even as females went, and we were just saying this hody hody doprovody, and then we just got something for it. So what do you get? Um, of course, you get the colored S, which I will show you in a little while. And also, usually, there are some sweets. I bought me at least this to, in a way, celebrate and enjoy the loneliness of having been alone here for a month. I got me this egg, this rabbit. This is pretty traditional. Like if you buy them, they're normal. Like they're quite cheap and they're quite not great quality of chocolate, but whatever. Also these lovely little ones, ladybugs. If you're here in Olomouc in the dorms, a couple of days ago I've seen a ladybug. I've been living here for 6 years, so I know once it starts, you will have plenty of ladybugs in a room, so prepare yourself. They are not that lovely when you have 20 of them in a room. Yeah, so far I've got just like a couple of them, and at least they're edible. And I also got me some little rabbits. Yeah. And since nobody's gonna whip me, then I'm just gonna eat them all by myself. Yes, that's what I'm gonna do. All right. So I guess I've told you how this on the. I'm not sure whether I finished the story. You take this on White Saturday and you bring it to church and then you get a blessing. Yeah, I've already said that. So just to remind you, now you know. And yeah, so as a reward for the whipping, if you're a male, you get a chocolate or just something like that, and the eggs or a ribbon. It's probably not that common in cities to experience the Easter. Usually it's only our cousin who comes. He comes with a motorcycle and he like whips us a bit and goes. Otherwise, it's just like our dad who goes and whips us. Yeah. But it really isn't anything big. Like somebody can be maybe harder, so it hurts. But usually, it's just like basically something symbolical that you do. And so, what is this whole Easter thing? It's of course to celebrate the resurrection of Jesus Christ. First, a couple of days ago, he was a couple of thousand years ago, and a couple of days ago as well. He was basically uh, killed, and I'm wondering what I'm about to sneeze. I see. He so on Big Friday he was put on a cross. He died, and from Saturday till Sunday he was resurrected. So there's resurrection, which basically meant that people's sins were taken away. this is the main idea of the celebration, that he was like put with the internal god or whatever. And yeah, so this main thing happens on Monday, and it is interconnected with the religious aspect, because it was basically Saturday to Sunday when he was resurrected, and then on Monday we do this whole whipping thing. But there is also a pagan aspect in that, because at the same time we have some like by this time the spring is starting, so there are also some pagan tradition, and it also sort of melts, like when you have the days are even and so on. And I wanted to show you just this this couple of pictures. Well, this is about a month ago. It's also before Easter. You celebrate. This is like Morana. It means death, or you basically kill it so you could welcome the spring. Or it's basically a symbol of winter. So you take this straw, you make a lady out of straw, and you go and throw it into river or stream, and then you basically kill it. And that's the way to welcome the spring. And you sing something like Smrtná neděle, ty se dlouho byla, na, na, na. Yeah. And you have traditional dress and so on. And oh, here you can see the whipping. Yeah. She's a bit shocked, but not terrified yet. You can clearly see that on the other side of this, there are the girls, you know, who have the eggs. Kraslice, they are called. When they are called like this, they are kraslice. And further, when we go further, we can see that here is Micah. That's on 1st of May. You have a tree that ends with ribbons. It's colored and it has a rib. You know, you can see it here. And you need to guide it. You just put it there, and you need to guide it for a day or 3 days, because the other villages will try to cut it, and if they cut it, that's terribly shameful for your village to have done that. So you need to guard it, you know. And I wanted to show you, so this is something that you can put on the eggs. We have boiling water in here, so I will just show you how to put this there. I will also put this on the eggs. I actually have done 30 eggs, because there are plenty of people who can't really go out and celebrate it because they are quarantined or have corona. So I'm not gonna eat all of them. I already had them for like every breakfast. So I will put them individually on each egg. You can see like the bunnies. They also like got into Czech Republic. Yeah, this is traditional Czech stuff. And the rest of the eggs, which if it's not enough, they'll get colored green, because yeah, it's spring. I also wanted to wear something colorful, because it's spring season. And meanwhile, I will put a charger in here because I'm low on battery. I will put the computer a bit closer. Anyway, I'm going to be preparing. I will have to be jumping across this. So I just want to show you how I do this one. Let's see the whipping scene. Koleda, the caroling. So actually I recall that they've written that you should take it, put it on an egg for 3 seconds, and that water should have 80 to 95 degrees. So probably that's a bit too much. Meanwhile, I'm gonna tell you how to finish the eggs. So as you can recall, I told you, if you want to get the egg done, you have an egg. We're going to do many things to make it not break. First, leave it outside so that it would have room temperature. It can take really long if you had it in fridge. So just keep it outside for longer. You'll see. They seemed quite cold even after an hour to me. Then you put it here and just carefully place it into boiling salted water. You keep it there for about 10 minutes because you want to have them hard, and then the same way you put them out, you put them into cold water because you want them to stop boiling and you want to avoid the possible cracking. And then you just take it up and still be careful because I've noticed that they're still very fragile. They're still terribly fragile when they come out of the warm water, cold water. You can leave them for a couple of minutes and then just leave them on the side. So I will actually cool this down a little bit by pouring the cold water in there. So I guess it might have 95 degrees now. So our key hero today, this. So they've written 3 seconds, and I've done that 2 years ago, so it's gonna just like shrink on it. You'll see. Oh, it's really loose, but it will get the form. I will not be so careful this time, but okay, let's hope it's 95. Actually, very nice. So 1, 2, 3, I guess, and out. And you can see it has taken the form. It has adapted to the form of the egg, the shape of the egg, and it's not so nicely done. But to be honest, I've got 30 eggs to do, and I need to do my own dinner too at some point. So yeah, you can then just like make it a bit. Like that, put it there a little bit while longer, and then just like make it a bit more even with your hands, and that's how it looks like. And the last one, then the next one I want to tell you, I want to show you, is the other kind of this thing. So let's say that I want to put an egg on an egg. That's quite nice, isn't it? A meta egg. This can be, yeah. Okay, so you cut it out. And then they write that you should put it into bowl with water, and you're gonna put it in and leave it there. You just push it on this, leave it there for 20-30 seconds, and then take the paper, this layer, out. You can also try it at home. So try that with water. So I've put it in the water now, and yeah, it's melting sort of paper now. I'll just wait a little while the water is kind of colder. And we'll see. We'll see. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I think, yeah, oh yeah, it's see, it's getting out of there. Yeah, so it got detached from the upper layer. Upper layer. There. All right. So we've got the eggs. And hope you enjoy your Easter. Veselé Velikonoce. I hope you've learned something, and if you want to discover some amazing Czech recipes that you probably can do on your own in the dorms, naturally equipped, then just keep in touch and I'll show you some langoš or topinky, brambory s tvarohem, and krupicová kaše, and so on. So, Veselé Velikonoce. Ahoj! Stay healthy.